Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Karibu sana. And it's been a while but we are back. Yeah, tumerudi and I think the best place for me to start will be a small roundup of what has been happening in the world of, not in the world of football per se, but in the World Cup. And yeah, enjoy. If you like the content, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will appreciate. And yeah, I'm going to start with the results. Group A, Qatar, Ecuador. Never really expected anything different. Ecuador, too much quality for Qatar. Likes of Caicedo, Estupinian from Brighton, and yeah, they did the job, did what they had to do, took their chances. Enzo Valencia with a very good head. I was quite impressed. I like the look of him. Never really heard of him that much, but from what I see, he's really prolific striker, even though it's just one game and I've seen of him. And yeah, Ecuador did their thing. Have Senegal versus Netherlands Group A, the second game. I was quite impressed by Senegal. Played really well, never took their chances, created some good chances, and Netherlands were actually they didn't create matches. They had maybe more of the possession, but all I saw them doing was hitting long balls into the box and hoping for, don't know, someone in, they had Memphis Depay for a striker. Maybe if they had Luke De Jong, they would have had a target man, but yeah, it is what it is. At the other end of the field, Mendy quite poor, shaky. First goal didn't wake up his mind fast enough. Cody Gakpo with quite a good header. The second goal, it was a good shot from Memphis Depay, but not that powerful. I don't think it should be palming it out to Klaassen, straight out to Klaassen. Yeah, it is what it is. They lost. The Netherlands have better quality. I wouldn't say the better team won, but quality, it shone through, it shines through, most of the time. And Group B, England beating Iran 6-2. England look really good. Never really liked them, and but they look good. You have to accept. Saka, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm biased. I really like him. Jude Bellingham is quite good. I mean, he's captain in Dortmund at just 19 years of age and running Bundesliga. When it comes into the Champions League, he's the one scoring goals, making things happen. He's quite a good player. England have a really solid squad. At the back, I'm not really sure about Pickford. Maguire always performs for England, but who knows, something bad can always happen. People will be on Maguire's case again. So, but just England look very good. I think they can progress really deep into this competition. And USA versus Wales, a 1-1. Not really much between the two teams. Timo Jojoya's son getting the goal, quite a good moment. I mean, his father is president of Liberia, but he represents the US, so it is what it is. Or what can they do, Maybe he was born there, I'm not really sure, but yeah. Wales, Gareth Wales did his thing. I saw a stat that his last 5 goals of course he's playing in the MLS, but his last 5 goals have come from the 80th minute high. I don't know if it's his last 5 goals with the club or with the country, I'm not really sure, but yeah, he did his thing against Atletico Liza. The game was 1-1, yeah, not really much to talk about. So Group C, the shock result, Saudi Arabia 2, Argentina 1. Argentina have been really hyped up. Messi and all this shit. Messi, Ronaldo, the last dance, and yeah. Oh, what can we say, man? Argentina were really poor. Yes, they had a couple of goals disallowed, but ultimately Saudi Arabia matched them. I think even surpassed them for physicality and work rate. And they won the game. That's what you have to do, and take their chance. And they took their chances and won the game. And so this World Cup is really not easy. You cannot predict, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And yeah, So Mexico, Poland 0-0. Poland had a penalty, Lewandowski. Wouldn't say missed it, but Guillermo Ochoa saved it. We only see him during the World Cup, but he always does his thing. He never disappoints. So I think that group, everything is still it's still quite. You can't say who's going to progress because Argentina might pick up pace and beat all the and win the remaining games. You don't know what's gonna happen with Mexico. Hujui nini itafanyika na Poland. So yeah. And then Group D we have Denmark and Tunisia 0-0. I think Denmark had a goal disallowed in the latter stages of the game, but yeah, it wasn't really much in that game. So, but the South African team sort of realized even with Morocco, they are really hard to beat. Yes, they might not score, but really hard to beat. They just say if you can break us down, then do it. But they might catch you on the counter too. So far it's working for them. And yes, France beat Australia 4-1. Never really expected anything else. Kylian Mbappe, Giroud scored back the brace, became the joint top goal scorer with Thierry Henry. That's Arsene Wenger says we don't buy superstars, but we make them. And everything, I think everything he says always comes to fruition at some point, and Australia, they tried, but France were just too good. I think Adrien Rabiot scored two very nice header, and yeah, France just coasted after scoring. I think the second goal just coasted and yeah, won the game. I think quite easily, in my opinion. And yeah, Group E, Germany, Japan. Germany actually lost. Not many expected it, considering the amount of quality they have with Musiala, Gnabry, all these people. You might say Kai Havertz, but I don't think he's really good. But yeah, he seems to be convincing coaches otherwise. But on the pitch, he really does nothing. I think, not to take anything away from Japan because they played really well, and I never really watched the game, but I think I watched it back a little. But from what I saw, the win probability was always in the favor of the Germans. Even after Japan equalized, I think the win probability for Germany was, I think, 80%, if I'm not wrong. But Japan, Asano scored the winning goal. Very good first touch, very calm and collected finish past Neuer. Yeah, and they won the game. I mean, Takehiro Tomiyasu came in more solid at the back, gave them more confidence to push high up and to press Germany more high up in their box rather than waiting to absorb pressure. And yeah, I think they played really well. People are sleeping on Japan, but they are a really good team. And yeah, Germany, they've not been at their best, I think, since Hansi Flick took over, but we'll see. They're a very quality team. They can still progress deep into the competition, but yeah, losing your first game definitely does not help your cause. And yeah, Spain annihilated Costa Rica 7-0. I mean, Spain are really good. I'm really impressed. Have a really good team. I think it's like a team that will be there together for like 10 years, or maybe at least 2 more World Cups to come. Of course, they're the older players, the more experienced ones, but the ones that are coming through, Gavi, Pedri, you have this Dani Olmo, very good player. I think he plays for RB Leipzig, and very good players, and I think they're a very good team. They may progress far into the competition. I saw at the end of the game Spain players going to console Keylor Navas, but at that point it really doesn't matter. You've conceded 7. I mean, it's quite embarrassing, but yeah, that's what happened. And Group F, Morocco drew 0-0 with Croatia. Actually expected Croatia to win, but as I said before, no game is easy. Yes, teams might have won by maybe France by a margin of 3-7, Spain beating Costa Rica 7, but if you look at all the other games, maybe England beating Iran, but if you look at all the other games, it's been really hard. The team that wins, Most of the time it's a really hard fought win, and they have to really work hard and maybe even defend more than they would have liked to. But yeah, I think Morocco did really well to keep Croatia at bay, and yeah, those North African teams, they seem to really know what they are doing when it comes to defending. And Belgium beat Canada 1-0. Not wrong, I don't know, not really sure, but I know Michi Batshuayi scored very good finish. I think it was a long ball, but it was really poor defending again. But I think it was a long ball from either Vertonghen or Alderweireld. I'm not really sure, but yeah, they scored, took their chance, their one chance. I'm not saying they created one chance, but they took that one, and yeah, they won the game. KDB was given man of the match, raising some controversy, but it is what it is. And yeah, so Group G, you have Switzerland, and they beat Ghana 1-0, but I mean Cameroon 1-0, but I watched the game and I was really impressed with Cameroon. Watched the way they moved the ball, the way they held up the ball. Choupo-Moting especially, Toto Ekambi was trying, but Choupo-Moting was better, but then again the finishing was really poor, not clinical enough, and in the end the Swiss too strong, and they took their chance. Embolo, he was born in Cameroon, I mean, scores against them. What can you say? He didn't even celebrate, so that tells you something. But it's something that we've seen. It's not something new, but it's not. Of course, it's not something good for us Africans, for African football. But yeah, whatever. You can't blame the person for choosing to play for Switzerland. And yeah, Group G again, Brazil beating Serbia 2-0. Brazil being called favorites, it's not it's real, they're a really good team, because I saw they struggled to break down Serbia for the first, I think, 1 hour up to the 60th minute mark. After that, when Richarlison scored that trap in, and yeah, the game just opened up. Richarlison with the second goal, a wonder goal. Yeah, he's actually turning into R9, but he's quite good for Brazil. He's a different animal when he's with Brazil. When you compare what he's doing at Tottenham with Brazil, he's a different animal, and yeah, you want them the game. I'm an Arsenal fan. I think I thought Jesus should have been starting, but Tite's decision he really likes Richarlison, and his decision to start him is being vindicated. I mean, what can I say? Martinelli came on. I really liked what he's doing. So Brazil are bringing off. They're bringing off Rafinha. They're bringing off Richarlison. They're bringing off Vinicius. But then they're bringing off Anthony, Jesus, Martinelli. They're all these attacking talent. They're a really good team. Thiago Silva at the back, man, is almost 40, but I think one of the greatest defenders we've seen in this generation. And doing his thing, making passes. It's just, yeah, all I can say is this is just really good, The Group H have Uruguay and South Korea. I was quite disappointed with the game. I was quite excited for the game actually, but then 0-0. No shots on goal the whole game. I think there was a stat that's the first time FIFA have recorded that in a World Cup game in a century, if I'm not wrong. That tells you a lot about how the game was, and I expected more, especially from Uruguay, with all the attacking talent they have. Valverde, Darwin Núñez, Luis Suarez with his experience, but none of the teams never really bothered either goalkeeper, and yeah, it was a result that we saw coming from a fair way out during the game, Now, Portugal beat Ghana 3-2, but a lot of controversy. I personally think Ghana were robbed. Never a penalty, a dive, a Ronaldo. It's a Ronaldo dive, and then what can you do? The VR has been used quite a lot in this World Cup, as we have already seen an example with the Argentina-Saudi Arabia game. If I'm not wrong, 3 goals disallowed and a penalty given by VAR, but then you have the Portugal game, nothing goes to VAR. How does that happen? Even with the Rafael Leao goal, I'm not saying it's offside, but at least draw the lines. If that's what you're gonna do in all the games, You have to do it in all. If that's what you're gonna do in another game, you have to be consistent and do it across all matches. You cannot be selective and choose when to use and when not to use it. Consistency is what is required. Yeah, but Ghana won. I don't think without the penalty they win. But Portugal without the penalty, I don't think they win. But Ghana were never really that good. They didn't deserve to win too, but at least a draw would have been a fair result. Ghana, every time they attacked, they either caused a problem. It was either a good chance or they scored. So it shows that they never attacked Portugal anywhere near enough. Yeah, but it is what it is. It happened, and yeah, that's it. That's what has happened. We continue to watch matches. It's a football marathon every day from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. From 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. and yeah, we love it. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next video.